Welcome to Rooted Grace. Today, we enter the Book of Lamentations, a collection of 5 poetic laments written after the fall of Jerusalem in 586 BC. Traditionally attributed to the prophet Jeremiah, Lamentations captures the grief of a nation in ruins, mourning the destruction of the temple, the exile of God's people, and the silence of heaven. But even in the ashes, it teaches us how to cry out to God. This book shows us that lament is a form of worship, and hope can be found in the darkest places. Let's walk through the sorrow and the sacred beauty of Lamentations. How deserted lies the city once so full of people. Jerusalem is personified as a grieving widow, abandoned, afflicted, ashamed. There is no one to comfort her. Her lovers have betrayed her. Her enemies mock her. She remembers better days, but now she weeps through the night. The Lord is righteous, she says, yet I rebelled against his command. This chapter teaches us it's okay to weep. It's okay to admit pain and sin. Grief does not need to be sanitized to be sacred. The Lord has covered daughter Zion with the cloud of his anger. God has allowed this devastation, not because he is cruel, but because of sin. He has broken down walls, silenced prophets, destroyed the temple. The people are stunned, the children faint in the streets. Prophets had once proclaimed peace, but now judgment has fallen. Still, the writer says, "Arise, cry out in the night, pour out your heart like water in the presence of the Lord." Even in wrath, God listens to honest prayer. This is the center of the book, and its heart. Jeremiah speaks personally. I am the man who has seen affliction. He describes God's hand against him, bitterness, darkness, brokenness. But suddenly hope breaks through. Yet this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope. Because of the Lord's great love we are not consumed. His mercies are new every morning. The Lord is my portion. I will wait for him. He doesn't deny the pain, but he chooses hope. Even in suffering, God is faithful. Though he brings grief, he will show compassion. This is the turning point of Lamentations, and of every life that chooses to trust in God's mercy. The sacred things are now scorned. How the gold has lost its luster. Children beg for food. Princes lie in the dust. Priests are defiled. Prophets wander without vision. The people once lived in luxury, now they eat ash. The punishment is complete. The cup of God's wrath has been passed, but it will not last forever. God's justice has been poured out, but so has his promise. He will not forget his people. Remember, Lord, what has happened to us. The final chapter is a community prayer. There's no resolution, no miracle, just raw honesty. They cry out, "Why do you always forget us?" But they end with a plea, "Restore us to yourself, Lord, that we may return." Lament ends not with answers, but with a request for God's presence. That's enough, because God hears. Lamentations teaches us how to grieve with faith. It shows us lament is not a lack of faith, it's an act of faith. God is just, but also merciful. Sin has consequences, but hope is never lost. Even in ruins, we can worship. Jesus wept over Jerusalem. He bore our suffering. He took the wrath we deserved, and he offers restoration. Thank you for joining us for Lamentations. Subscribe, share, and return for Ezekiel, where visions of glory rise from the valley of bones. Stay rooted, stay faithful, and stay in his grace.